Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. Welcome to Hug Nation's daily practice of sharing gratitude and reminding ourselves who we want to be today. Looking forward to hearing what you might be grateful for, whether it's something exciting that just happened or is going to happen, or something mundane that you're digging deep to remember is another reason to be grateful for, even though you hadn't even thought about it for days or weeks or years. And as we share with each other, we get to expand our lens of all the things that are to be celebrated in our days. And we like to start with a song that I make up on the spot. And if you are a friend I like a lot, we should get together more and share. And if you have some gratitude, I definitely want to hear about it, because I really sure do care. It's Love Morning, we got Gerbot here. It's Love Morning, everybody gather near. It's Love Morning, we're gonna share right now. Morning. Welcome, Gerbot. Little name drop there in the song. That was the opposite of a diss track. Good morning, Juan. Good morning, high noon. Juan, thank you for your email and your hilarious typo and fixing of that typo. And I'll just leave it at that. Who's got some gratitude to share? I am grateful that Lisa. Oh, wait, she was home yesterday, right? When I did Love Morning? She was. But grateful for having her back in the house. That woman is amazing. She is so busy and puts this so much. So she came home after doing so much, and she came home and then had choir. She led the choir last night. So I went to choir last night, and it's challenging for me just as somebody participating, and to watch how she's so prepared and knows all these parts of the songs, and is teaching songs that she's like, oh, okay, this is the melody that came up to me on the car ride on the way here, and teaches it and holds it in her head and remembers it. And it's like, anyway, so grateful for her. And I'm grateful that I made it through another choir practice. This one was more challenging for me than last week. And so I had some moments where I was in discomfort. I was struggling to remember something that we were being taught. I, had that feeling of, I don't like this. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel stupid. All the, but I think I did a pretty good job of reminding myself, like, you signed up for this. You chose discomfort in the path of growth. This is what you wanted. Like last week was easier because Mom Muse was there. The songs we sang, we were more focused with just singing together than learning the parts. And this is something that is new for me. Has anyone sang in a choir before? I didn't realize. I thought you just had to learn the songs, like learn the words and the melody. But no, because each part, like the baritones and the altos and the sopranos, sing slightly different versions. The notes are up or down. And so there's songs that I actually know, but I sing it differently because of the part that, baritones play. And boy, it's a different part of your brain. It's a whole different level of practicing. So I gotta have just faith that I'll get it. The performance isn't until November, something like that. Good morning, Darren. I'm grateful you're here midweek as well. Happy to be midweek with all of you. Happy Hump Day. Gerbot is grateful for tacos with friends. Do you guys have like a tacos with friends logo or like a t-shirt? It feels like tacos with friends should be a brand. Good morning, Sarah. Sarah says, I love that you're doing choir. I so wish I could be there more than anything. Being in my choirs in Santa Cruz with some of the highlights of my life, and I look forward to returning to that hopefully with Lisa, even if it means moving out of the mountains where I live. I mean, I love that woman so much. And watching her work, watching her teach and lead the choir and deal with people who are asking, questions because it's when there's a whole crowd of people that's not quite like getting it and learning it. And she's like, okay, you're almost getting it, little tighter here. I can hear Lisa laughing outside my door. It's a little distracting. Should I yell at her? No. But it's so awesome to. There's a friend who's joined my men's group. Actually, he's now a friend. I just met him, and then he joined the men's group that I just did, and we got close fast. And he's in choir, so we got to catch up a lot before we started, and we sat next to each other, and he kept like looking at me and be like, I'm like, I know she's incredible. Tom says, this will change you, I'm betting. One of my best experiences in art was in men's choir. Interesting. I've been talking about it a lot. It's I feel like it's a significant thing, the learning something new. All right, I'm gonna ask Lisa if she can. Hey, baby. Well, maybe she's just laughing hard wherever she is. Oh, maybe she's out. Let me try this. There we go. Okay. I love the sound of her laughter, but I want to be present here with you. I'm trying a new camera. It's actually an old camera to me that I decided I never used. So this is like the old version of the camera that I too much information. But anyway, I'm trying a different camera today. So I'm going to see how this looks and how the archives look on this. High Noon says, as a trombone player, I love the blend and harmony of tones. Grateful music. Yeah, music has never been a part of my life. Never learned an instrument, never was in choir. Had a I don't sing story for most of my life. So I like dancing. I definitely consider myself a pretty enthusiastic. I consider myself a good dancer, still a little bit, but I would make like dance videos of myself and upload them back in the day before there were shows like, you think you could dance, where I learned that, oh no, actually I cannot dance. Not like that. Juan says, tacos with friends at 8 o'clock. Is that a Burning Man reference? Sarah says, she is a beautiful guide. So she's really, and it's so, my mom's in the choir, so it's so fun to be with her. Although we didn't sit together last night because she's a tenor and I am a baritone. I think. Good morning, Sherry. Sherry says, gathering some gratitude. Yes, I was an alto. I loved it. Okay. Grateful for having good skin. I grew up with acne, and now in my 50s, I finally don't. Yeah. Grateful for my health. Grateful. Oh, yesterday went from cone to big old crap, and I really had to dig deep. Grateful to take deep breaths, ride it out, and persevere. Good job. That is, I think, we got to really just realize that life is not to be crapless. The goal is not to avoid crap. The goal is to not let crap consume you and not let your mind forget that there's cone. So good job. Well done, digging deep. That's what it's about. Oops. Tom says, music is the best way for me to collaborate. Art started for me as a solo thing, but being in orchestra, choir, and bands taught me to be a team player. That's awesome. Man, it just goes to show, what the fuck? I'm having connection issues, it looks like. What's happening? I can't tell if I'm connected or not. This is a little... Oh, man. I don't know what's happening. Should I try to change my router? I got two options. Well, Heineen says, grateful for connection with another human that helped me connect some dots and gave me insight to an organization I applied to. Nice. And Brent says, good morning. Much gratitude for a great relationship with my ex for 25 years. And Susan is okay with that. That's so nice. I had my internet is freaking terrible. Okay, I'm going to see if this I might lose you for a well, let's see if it's streaming now. I just refreshed the page. So we'll see if, yes, you're not streaming. See, now it looks normal on my side. Well, and we're back. Thanks, Gearbot. That was a little frustrating, more than a little frustrating. So we'll share a little bit of gratitude, and maybe we'll touch on another topic a future day. Yeah. Yay, we made it. Thanks for your patience. And so I was seeing comments, but for some reason I lost internet for a second and then it never reconnected. Okay, well, I am grateful. I'm grateful for the property management company because I've got a few things. We've got a beehive here that I'm trying to deal with, but eventually I might need their help. Yesterday was hot here and the AC never got the house below 80 degrees. And it wasn't that crazy of a hot day. And it's definitely going to get hotter. And so feeling like even with the AC on blast all day, we can't get the house below 80, that kind of frightens me a little bit. Because, I spend all my time at home, and I took multiple cold showers yesterday. And the water a cold shower this time of year isn't even that cold. I actually got an ice pack out as I was at my desk. So I'm grateful that I've got the resources of property managers, and they seem to be very attentive. So I'm grateful for that. Gearbot is grateful for all the technology that works to connect us. Yes, what a great opportunity to remember how miraculous this is and how difficult this was a few years ago. When I first got into webcams, I had my little Logitech circle of ball webcam, and it would take a JPEG every 5 seconds and then use a JavaScript to upload FTP, upload that image to a server. And if you had and then I would build an HTML web page that would refresh that same image, cam.jpg, and just keep refreshing it every 5 seconds. So it'd be like, so this is pretty amazing that all these wires, and right now I've got a little Sony camera that is got a plug-in battery in, and then I've got a mini HDMI out to a max, to an HDMI adapter that is plugged into the USB-C port of my laptop. And the microphone is got an old USB connection to a different adapter that is going into a different USB-C slot on my laptop. Amazing that any of it works at all. How far we've come. High Noon says, grateful for the men's group later today. Super cool. Thanks for being here and sharing and having the patience to deal with the tech stuff. Maybe before we go, a little moment to just remember who we want to be today. I want to be kind and patient and notice if I am spending more time than I would like scrolling or distracting. Notice when I am desiring to eat because I am avoiding discomfort or something like that. And try to be kind to myself and kind to others. Yeah. Well, I am grateful to have this daily practice. And I am continually reminded of how impactful this daily practice is on my life. So thank you. Wherever you are, let's give ourselves a hug and feel our bodies, feel this moment. Let go of any tension we might be carrying. Just sink into this now, appreciating being conscious in this present moment, connected to one another as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us here, thanks for joining us today for a Hug Nation Love Morning. Let's bring it into the world. Love you. Enjoy this hump day. Woo-woo.